Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Today's video is going to be about solar panels and, battery backups. Not even battery backups, but battery storage, where you can take anywhere you want to go, whether it's on the go or when you're camping, or even when you're camping, if you want to go somewhere and you need to bring small amount of, energy, you can do so. And today's video is brought to you by a company called Allpowers. Okay, let me just show you the solar panel and the power station. First of all these bugs falling out of the trees, not ideal, but we're camping, so it doesn't matter. So this is the solar panel, and I'll show it to you, and it comes with a little zip up pouch in the side here, which contains all your cables. And this is separate. They sent me this separate. This is the power station. This model one is the SS002. This is a 200 watt power station. It's not a lot, and I'll show you what I want to show you in this video is what it can actually do, and what when you're on a typical camping day, what it can actually power. 200 watts isn't a lot, but it's enough. You couldn't do, what I found out is you can't do a little portable ceramic heater. You can't do a kettle, anything that has an element that needs to get hot. It won't be able to do. It won't be able to do a little portable stove or anything like that. But when you're camping, use your stove, use the gas anyways for your stove. So I'll show you what this can do. This will do a lot of portable devices, a lot of iPads and phones and stuff like that. But we'll go through that in a second, and we'll test to see what it can do and what it can't do. But we'll take a look at this in a bit. But what I want to look at right now is, like I said, when you open up this panel, this first and foremost is you can power this, plug this in the power station and just power it and charge it up and take it on the go. But it can also interface with this, and it comes with this solar panel comes with a bunch of different adapters for solar energy if you need it. This one right here, what I have it hooked up to right now, which also comes in the bag, plugs into a little AC/DC thing. It plugs into the power station right here, and you can charge it up with solar power. And then it's got a bunch of other little nibs for different connections and stuff like that. So let me zip this up, because you don't need to see that. But this is the storage, and like I said, this is good enough it's small enough to actually go in this pouch, which is convenient. But let me open up the panel and show you what it's all about. And then we'll do some real world testing. Hopefully the camera can see. So it's just a Velcro system. So it starts here, very strong Velcro, and it unfolds just like this. And then they have these Velcro straps at the back here. They're just like stands. So I have it upside down right now, so just open up the two. This is what it looks like. I don't know if I'm showing you on the right angle. So when you turn it upside down like this, you put those straps out again, and then it can sit back like that. This also, you can tuck this away or put it however you want. And you could take this to the beach, which I'm going to show you we're going to do very, very shortly. It has little straps here, little nylon straps that you can actually hang this if you wanted to hang it from a tree or hang it on your trailer, for instance. That's right behind us here. You can do that. So this panel is the SP027 or the SP27, and now this one, there's 50 on this side and 50 on this side, for a total of 100 watts. So this will give you 100 watts at peak. So if you plug this, right here, I'm not in the sun, and just for demonstration purposes, it's not right in the sun right now. But if this was in the sun and we were to plug it in to here from that pouch that I showed you on the back, this will charge it up. Even though that it's not full sun and you see there's some shade hitting some of the panels, it will still charge it. It won't give them the optimal charge. If you go right out here outside of our site, you get the optimal thing. But let's go test this out and see how, we'll test this out, and then we'll test this out together and separately to see what this can power on its own, and we'll see what kind of wattage we can get with just this. Okay, looking at the power station here, You can see you've got the power button on the front and a little LED light, a 110 outlet here with the ground. You've got USB A's on the front there. On the side, you've got a USB-C, and then you've got your AC out button here and a USB out. And if you want to charge it through a wall plug, the DC wall plugs right there, some ventilation on the sides, and then a cool little unique thing is wireless charging. So you can, if you have a wireless device, you can charge it on top. Just when this is sitting on a table, you just put it on top and it will charge some more cooling on the side there. And turning it on, as you can see, one button press, it's 99% charged, 99 hours, and it has a display here. It shows you your input in wattage when you're, like if you're charging through solar or through DC. The DC out, it'll show you in wattage, and the AC out, it'll show you in wattage too. So let's see what it'll charge. Okay, so the first thing we're going to see if it can charge a regular cell phone. This is an iPhone 15. It's USB-C. So we plug it in the side here, a USB-C port. Take this plug and plug in the phone. And as you can see, it says it's charging. We look at the screen right here. It says it is charging 12 hours, 20 hours. It's fluctuating up and down. But you can see how much power it's drawing. It's drawing anywhere from 5 watts to 11 watts. Now it's sort of leveled out at 10 or 11 watts is what it's pulling, and it says it's got 11 hours left in the battery in this power station to charge up the iPhone. Now that doesn't mean it's going to take 11 hours to charge. The iPhone will definitely charge from empty to full in way less amount of time than what this actually has, and the screen goes off after a while. You just press this and the screen will come back on. But so as you can see there, it's getting a steady 10 watts of DC output. So while we're on a cell phone, let's try the USB-A, the front ports here. So we plug it in. It's still saying, let me see what it says here, 99%. We take the same iPhone and we plug it back in again. It says it's charging. We look at here, and because it's USB-A and not USB-C, we can see it's a slower charge rate. So if you're in no rush to charge your phone or your device, and you have the choice between USB-A or USB-C, this one, as you can see, it's only pulling 5 to 6 watts. The power saving mode kicks in and the screen goes off, but you can see it's still charging 6 watts. It's almost half the amount of USB-C, but it's charging. So let's move on to something a little bigger. Okay, you know the saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Well, in this case, we should. So not that you would ever do it, but if you happen to have a TV, this one just happens to be outside of the trailer, but it's usually inside. We were just watching something earlier this morning that we didn't want to miss, some event. But so say you're off-grid camping and you need to watch TV for whatever reason. So you've got your TV, whether it's in or out, doesn't matter. So we've got it plugged in here to the AC. Now the only difference now is you have to come around to the side here, and that AC button here, you have to press it down and hold it down for 2 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds, and then the green light goes orange. That means you're on AC power, and as you can see, it changes. It went from 99 to 24, and then we'll just get the remote here for the TV. Is there power on the TV? Yeah, you can see a little red light on. So we'll turn the power on the TV. It'll go green. It'll start to come on, and as you can see, as it starts to come on, the AC out goes to 12. Let me just bring the screen back up. Of course it went off. So as you can see, the TV is pulling 14 watts of AC out. We've gone down to about 6.5 hours. So if you really want to do it, you could do it in a pinch, but like I said, it's nothing that you would want to do. But on a full charge, well, the battery's not even full, it's 98%, but basically you're looking at about almost 6.5 hours if you wanted to watch TV in a pinch. I mean, if you just one show you wanted to watch like we did this morning, you know, and you're off grid and you're boondocking, you can do it for like an hour show or an hour and a half TV show, and you'll still have more power. So it will work with a TV. Okay, I was telling you earlier it probably won't work with a kettle or a coffee maker. Well, we've got it hooked up to the coffee maker now, and as you can see, the screen says it's I'll zoom in on there. As you can see, the screen says that's 24 hours. The cord's in the way. 24 hours. And let's go see if it works. Now what we're going to do here is power it on. And it'll power on no problem. But when you go to warm up the water, that's where the problem lies. So if I just wanted to get like a tea and I wanted 6 ounces, and I press 6, it starts and then it shuts off. Okay, something else that's pretty invaluable and necessary when you're camping sometimes is if you use a CPAP machine. So once again, the scenario is if you're off grid, you're boondocking and you want to camp, and you've got your CPAP machine here as it's plugged in, and you want to get 6, 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep while you're using the CPAP machine. Now it hasn't been turned on yet, but as you can see, it still says 98%, 24 hours. It's plugged in. It is powered on, but we haven't started it. So if we were to start it, press the power button here, started, the motor will start up. You can hear it, and you can see how many watts it's pulling. It's pulling 4 watts, but as you can see, it's ramping up 7 watts, 10 watts, 12 watts, 12 watts. It says, bring the screen back on, 12 watts peak, 7 hours at 98%. So yeah, with a full charge, you could get a full night. And now, of course, when you're actually using it, and say you're using it like that, you're not going to use the full 12 watts because now you've got some resistance as you're using the CPAP. Now it goes down, and maybe now it says no watts. It's just powering, and air is still blowing through the tubes, but you can do it. Now it says 24 hours, but can you get 8 hours out of it? 7 hours out of it? Yeah, you can. So let's turn that off. So with a CPAP machine, yeah, it'll work, and you'll probably be able to do other stuff. You'll probably be able to charge your phone while you're using your CPAP machine. It only has one outlet, but you can use a splitter or an extension cord. Okay, so we've talked about things with elements like kettles and coffee makers and stuff like that, how it doesn't work. I suspect this won't work either, but we've got it plugged into a little tiny space heater, a little ceramic space heater. As you can see, it's powered on. It still says 97%, 24 hours. It's on AC. Let's see what happens when we turn it on. Power. It makes a funny noise, but it's not really working. Is the fan even blowing? No, the fan isn't even blowing. Let's see if we can put it to fan. Let's make. Oh, the fan is starting to go a little bit. Very weak. I don't think this is going to work. Actually, no, the fan is stopping now. Oh, the fan. Yeah, you can have the fan on, and the fan is going. It says it doesn't say how much energy it's pulling here on the screen, but the fan is going very, very light. Basically not even, like just a little tiny bit. The screen on the power station says it's not even pulling anything. Basically it's not enough juice. So even if I was to try to oscillate it, oh, it oscillates. Once again, very, very slow and a little bit. So it will work in a pinch, and it's drawing next to nothing. Okay, we're going to take this down and test it in direct sunlight, but let me just give you an example of just partial sunlight. As you can see, a little bit of a sun coming on this picnic table here. So I've opened the panels, and I've got the power station here. I'm going to plug it in to the side here where it plugs into, and we'll see what kind of charge we get. So as you can see, it says it's charging. It's getting the input anywhere from 12 to 24 to 13. So it's fluctuating all the way up to 25 there. It's fluctuating because it's not getting full power, probably because the shadow from the trees and stuff like that is blocking some of the panels every now and then. But as you can see, it is charging, and you can see the little battery symbol there in the corner is 97, and it's going up, and it's getting input. So let's see what it will do in actual full sunlight with no obstructions and stuff like that. Okay, so literally not even 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, and we've gone from 97 to 98%. We've put more energy or power into the battery bank just through solar. So what I want to test out is what you usually can, many people end up using at a campsite, is an air pump. This is the Coleman air pump, and I looked at the sticker on the bottom here. It's 200 watts, so this is 200 watts. Should be interesting to see how this performs. It plugs in. This is not one of the 12 volt ones. This is an AC one. So we'll just turn it on and see what happens. We turn it on at the same time as we're looking at the screen. It's this the on button, right? Yeah. Let's turn it on. Turn off here. So as you can see, it went down. It went all the way up to 121 watts, as you saw down in the bottom corner there, and it said 0.9 hours. So it's an air pump. You're not going to keep it on for a full hour or half an hour. This is something you use for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max. So it actually works, and it's full power. I'll put it on again and show you guys. And look at the wattage output, the AC wattage output in the bottom corner here when I turn it on. So yeah, 120 peak, no, I don't know what the peak was, but a steady 120 watts that was pulling. So it will work for an air pump. That's good to know. So that's actually good to know that it works, because this is something that's very practical. You could be going down to the beach or something, and you have floaties and inflatable things that you want to blow up down at the beach. You take that, and you take that, along with your floaties or things you need to inflate, and you got it. Okay, so this is the test. We're gonna test to see what the solar panel's like and how much energy we can get out of this puppy. So, right now it's intermittent sun, partly cloudy. The sun comes out every now and then. So, this should be a good test to see what kind of wattage we get. Okay, so we've got this. I'll put this down here for now. We'll get the plug. Okay. Zip it back up. Come over here. We're gonna pull out these expansions. Okay, the sun's coming from that way, so this will come around to here. We get full sun, as you can see. The sun's out right now. Let's turn this on. I don't know if you can see it. It says 88%. It's 88%, so we'll plug her in. It's charging at 46 watts, the input. And that's with, right now, if you look up at the sun, it's partly cloudy. The sun's out, but it's just about to go behind the clouds. So we've got shadows. Actually, it's more now. Now it's 79, 85, 87, in the 80s. The 70s or 80s. So that's some serious kilowatts. It's supposed to be 100-watt panel, and this is 200 watts. Like I said, it's at 89%, 88%. And we're going to start a timer and see how long it takes to charge up to 100. Okay, so it's been exactly 20 minutes since we set this up, and going around to check out the distance or the difference, it's gone up to 99%, as you can see right there. So it started at 88 or 89%, I think, I forget which one. So it's gone up 10%. It's charged 10% in 20 minutes. Now keep in mind, this is right now as we speak, it's partly cloudy, and it's not full sun, but even with that we were still getting, let me go back and check, we're getting 28 to 29 watts. And this battery pack, this S200 power bank, it has 154 or basically 150 watt hours of energy in here. So it's not a lot, but it's enough for little things like I showed you guys. So there you have it. In 20 minutes you can get 10%. So extrapolate that from if it was empty, you needed to go from 0 to 100 to fill that up completely. No, you're looking at just over 3.5 hours. Okay, so that wraps up the Allpowers review of the small little S200. Now, keep in mind, this is the smallest solar panel, and this is the smallest power bank that Allpowers sells. They have bigger ones that'll power way more. They just sent me the small one to review, and you guys can see even a small one in certain situations it actually works. So don't let the smallness of it fool you. It actually is pretty powerful and very useful. But the bigger ones, there's so much you can do, and they're so versatile with the bigger ones. So check it out at the website. I'll put a link in the description down below. I apologize to Allpowers, the person that reached out to me that wanted, I think they reached out to me in January to get this review done. And I reminded them, we're in Canada. It's very hard to do a solar power review in January. So I told them to be patient with me. It's now May. So it took a little while. They probably gave up on me, probably thought that I just ran away with the product and wasn't going to make a review. But no, I'm a man of my word, and I will make a review. It just took some time because, and I wanted to make this good so you guys can see all the stuff it can do and what stuff it can't do. So if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. But check out Allpowers, the website. They've got an amazing amount of, there's a lot of companies that actually make these power banks now and these solutions where you can carry with you portable stuff. But Allpowers is a good solution, good website, good proven reviews and stuff like that. So check it out. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.